Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy.
The early video game industry, bugs galore, pixelated designs, and some of them incredibly complex. You're watching a game trailer and thinking, what a beautiful game! It looks like a cartoon, so it's definitely not boring. And you'd be right. After all, the game was created for slot machines. And the goal of slot machines is to
cycle your money, take your body, and devour your soul.
Introducing Dragon Slayer. Let's talk about how this seemingly childish and simple game gave birth to one of the most controversial video game mechanics. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and let's get started. The game's history began when game designer Rick Dyer saw Sega's Astron Belt at a trader show 9 years before Sonic the Hedgehog appeared. Astron Belt was the first interactive movie game with live actors and also the first to be released on Laserdisc. Rick saw this technological marvel, was inspired, and decided to make similar games with his team. Work was difficult until Dyer saw The Secret of NIMH on the big screen, the debut solo film by Don Bluth, the future director of such masterpieces as The Land Before Time and Anastasia. The film was a box office failure, but the animator wasn't upset, as he had already helped Dyer and the team transform the rough draft of The Secrets of the Lost Woods into a full-fledged game. From The Secrets, it was decided to retain only the location Dragon Slayer, which became the final title of the project. The plot is banal to the extreme. A knight saves a princess from a dragon traversing dangerous terrain. I'd love to tell you about the game's beautiful backgrounds, the tasteful antagonists, and the unique boss fights, but it's impossible because I was looking at these buttons every time to activate them and I'm thinking I'm getting ahead of myself. As for the main character, well, no comment. No matter how valiant a knight Dirk Darling is, his screams during his death animation can really get on your nerves. But Princess Daphne is much more interesting. Her design was inspired by Playboy magazines that one of the developers had, and now think about why young people spend so much money playing this interactive cartoon. The gameplay here is summed up in a single acronym: QTE. While quick time events are a common feature in modern video games, they're hard to love. Imagine this: you are playing a game, controlling a character yourself. Then a cutscene plays, you're waiting for it to end, and suddenly a button appears on the screen that you must press repeatedly or your character will die, and you'll be kicking yourself because you have to replay a significant portion of the game. In Dragon Slayer, QTEs are the only gameplay mechanic, and it's both a blessing and a curse. On the one hand, you're watching a beautifully drawn cartoon, helping the main character navigate locations, but on the other, you can't relax, because if you press the wrong button, or the right button too early, or too late, or don't press it at all, then the game has two modes: home mode and arcade mode. The first allows you to complete locations according to the storyline, with the option to replay them, which helps you measure your progress. The second selects completely different levels, so after a defeat, You are transported to another location without understanding what's going on, and you'll be forced to replay the uncompleted sections anyway. And if you thought you could select the easy difficulty and home mode and memorize the button presses, well...
No. Wait.
Some levels will mirror each other, which will ultimately turn memorizing the timings into a chore. But it was even more difficult before. In the original version, you had to press the arrow keys only when the right path lit up, and sometimes you had to choose the right path yourself, which, you'll agree, is atmospheric, but stuffy.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
The game was released in 1983 and was a success. Rick Dyer set out to make the then current QTE a signature feature of his studio, and all would have been well, but that same year, the video game market collapsed. The blame lies with Atari, which regularly released games of astonishingly poor quality, causing people to stop frequenting arcades, and Rick Dyer's studio went bankrupt in 1985. Dragon Slayer itself continued to live on, first as an animated series, and then, a few years later, sequels and re-releases followed. Although the game is generally mediocre, its contribution to game design was invaluable. Rick Dyer and Don Bluth created something that future generations will debate for a very long time, and perhaps that is what makes life worth living. Thanks for watching, and bye!